Hi there. This is a response to Glass Orchid Aftermath's question. What record defines the 60s for you? Tough question. Because a lot of things actually define 60s, especially songs more than albums. Time of the Season, Wider Shade of Pale. For me, those represent very much the 60s, but he asked what album, and I went for something obscure and strange and just odd. It's a soundtrack, and I'm going to show it right now. It's Turn On, Tune In, and Drop Out, narrated by Timothy Leary, and it's an original motion picture soundtrack. This is a reissue. I never heard of this movie. I've never seen any place where you can get this movie, so I don't know if this is like a true movie. But anyway, what it is, this is the only like musical thing you hear. Hope you can hear it slightly in the background. It's some psychedelic mood piece. But the rest is just one big trip. It's Timothy Leary basically taking you, the LSD user, on a trip. Starting with the turn on, going through the beginning of the voyage, entering the freak out, taking you out of the freak out and dropping out. It's bizarre, to say the least, and that's what I love. Why this is the definitive album of the 60s for me is because I think, when I think of the 60s, I'm a kid of the 70s, so I don't know much about the 60s. But when I think of the 60s, it's basically free love, experimental drugs, and rebellion. Basically, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And I'm most interested in the whole psychedelic element of the whole LSD era. The movies that were made around that time focusing on LSD use, basically warning you that LSD is the devil's drug. But also things like this. This is just odd and something I've never seen before or after. It's indeed a trip. I've never actually sat through the whole album. Excuse me. Because I don't really take it that serious. I mean, I love it, but if you're there in the background, that's Timothy Leary. He's talking about that you should check your baggage and should just let it go on a voyage. Anyway, this is my little entry in your competition / thread, and hope you liked it. I'm sure you do. And that's it. That's my little ultimate 60s album, I guess. So have fun. Peace.